Today we're gonna do some heavenly blues turnarounds that you can use for your blues chord progressions or your blues shuffles. They are a little bit fancy, they're more intermediate style, so if you want some basic ones you can also check out my Robert Johnson style turnarounds or the other cool turnarounds, and I'll put in a link at the end of this video for you so you can check them out. Now we're gonna look into these heavenly creatures and let's take a closer look. So, we start with the first finger on the high E string, 10th fret, second finger B string, 12th fret, and third finger on the G string, 13th fret. With your pick, you strum the highest 3 strings like that. You do that 3 times, 1, 2, 3. So you put your pick on top of the G string and then you strum down like that. 1, 2, 3. Then you move this entire chord down a half step, so that's 1 fret, all fingers. So your first finger is on the high E string, 9th fret, second finger on the B string, 11th fret, and third finger on the G string, 12th fret. Again, we go down 3 times. Then we go down another half step, 1 fret. And again, 3 times. So we got this, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then you lift your first finger and then these 2 fingers go down a whole step or 2 half steps. Then strum down those 3 strings and then with your pinky or forefinger you hammer on the B string 9th fret. So first strum those highest 3 strings and then hammer on with your forefinger on that B string. You really gotta practice that a couple of times because your pinky is your weakest link in all those fingers. So you really gotta practice that and create some strength into that pinky. And then do a little like that, a little vibrato. Little sideway movements like that. Or up and down movements, you can do that also. Then, first finger on the B string, 7th fret, hit that string, and then slide down a whole step to the 5th fret. Then, second finger on the G string, 6th fret. Then, you lift that second finger again, and then you leave that first finger on there on the B string, 5th fret. Put your third finger on the D string 7th fret and your forefinger on the G string 7th fret. So we've got 3 fingers up here, 1 on the B string 5th fret, 1 on the D string 7th fret, and 1 on the G string 7th fret. Then hit D, G, B like that, and then high E up, B up, like that. So we got okay, then we lift the forefinger, the pinky, and we put our second finger on the G string 6th fret. Again, we do like that strum on the D, G, B, like that. And then again do high up on the high E, up on the high E, up on the B. So we got, and do another chord change. Now we just leave this third finger on the D string 7th fret. We leave it on there, and the other 2 fingers we lift them. We put the second finger on the B string 5th fret and the first finger on the G string 5th fret. And again, down strum on D, G, B and up on the high E and B. It's a weird kind of sound, but if you play them all right, hear how nice that sounds. And then this finger, the third finger on the D string, we move it down a half step, leave that second finger on there on the 5th fret B string, and the first finger goes down a half step too to the 4th fret G string. With your third finger, you leave it on there, but you just like point it on the A string, just like move it up a little bit so it touches the A string and it mutes the A string. So you press on the D string, you lean it against that A string, so you mute that A string. Now you can strum all the strings, but you don't hear the A string. You get that muted with the third finger. It's a nasty trick. You gotta practice it a bit, but after a couple of times, you're gonna nail this one. So you got. And then we move on to the 15th fret high E string with your third finger and your second finger on the B string 14th fret. And you do a bend up with your second finger. Hit the high E and the B string. From the B you hit it on the B, downwards, B and high E, and bend up that B string like a quarter step. And then do some vibrato right there, some up and down, small up and down movements. So you got, and then, whoa, we're gonna go all the way down. The same chord here, and then second finger on the B string 9th fret and third finger on the high E string 10th fret, and some vibrato right there, like that. Okay, let's do the entire turn around slow. So we hit it, we start, maybe I forgot that one. Start with that hitting the low E string, and then we go. So I do this one 2 times, or maybe 3, whatever you like. And maybe like a slide at the end. So you hit those 2 strings and you go up, down, all the way down up here, and then take it off and mute the strings so you don't hear the open strings. Up, mute it up there. So slide and then mute at the end. Nice kind of thing. For this turnaround, we start with hitting the low E string. Then we put our first finger on the B string 5th fret, second finger on the G string 7th fret, third finger on the high E string 7th fret. Then we hit the highest 3 strings 3 times. We hit it from the G string all the way up to the high E string like that. 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Then we leave that first finger up there and we move the second finger and third finger down a half step. So your second finger is on the 6th fret G string and your third fret on the high E string 6th fret. Again, we hit it 3 times. Then we do that another time. Leave that first finger up there on the B string 5th fret. Move down your second finger on the G string 5th fret and your third finger on the high E string 5th fret. They're all now up there on the 5th fret. All 3 fingers. And again, 1, 2, 3 down strums on the highest 3 strings. So we got. And then you typically like play a D chord right here. It's actually an E chord because you go D sharp, E, but the chord shape is a D chord. So you got your first finger on the G string, 4th fret, second finger on the high E string, 4th fret, and third finger on the B string, 5th fret. And you strum it only one time. Like that. Then leave that third finger up there on the B string, 5th fret. Take off your first 2 fingers, and now your second finger goes on the A string, 5th fret. So you got 2 fingers up there, one on the B string, 5th fret, one on the A string, 5th fret, and then you go hit the B string upwards, then the A string downwards, again B string upwards, and A string downwards. You got B, A, B, A. And with the pick you're going down, up, down, up. So we got. Then leave your third finger on the B string, 5th fret. Take your second finger off, and your first finger goes on the A string, 4th fret. And you hit A, B, A. Down, up, down. Leave that third finger on the B string, 5th fret. Move down your first finger to the 3rd fret. And then go A, B, A. Again, slow. Then put your first finger on the A string, 2nd fret, and hit the low E string and the A string. So strum down on the low E and the A, like this. You also want to mute the strings under the A string like that. Softly, gently put your finger on the strings, the D, G, B, E, so you don't accidentally hit the open strings. You only want to hit the E and the A string. Then, when you hit those 2 strings, you hammer on your 4th finger on the A string, 4th fret, like this. So we got this. Then, first finger on the D string, 2nd fret, hit that string and hammer on your third finger on the D string, 4th fret. Like that. And then slide over to the 6th fret. So you could hammer on from 2 to 6, from 2 to 4, and then slide over to the 6th fret in one go. So you only hit that D string once, like this, hammer on, and slide to the 6th fret. Then, first finger on the G string, 4th fret. Hit that G string and do a hammer on the 6th fret. Hit the 4th fret, hammer on the 6th fret. Then slide over to the 7th fret. Like that. Again, in one go, you only hit the G string once, hammer on from 4 to 6 and slide over to the 7th fret. So now we got like that. Then leave that third finger on the G string, 7th fret up there. Put your forefinger, your pinky on the B string, 7th fret, and you go B, G. Then put your first finger on the D string, 6th fret, and your second finger on the A string, 7th fret, and you go D, A. So you got B, G, D, A. Again, from here. And all those with your pick, you go up, 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 up. Then hit those 4 strings, the A, D, G, B, and slide back and mute the strings at the end. Like that. Okay, let's do it from the top, slowly. First, practice these blues turnarounds thoroughly so you really get them under your belt, and then use them at the end of a blues chord progression or shuffle. I will put some links in the description so you can check those out as well, and I put the videos for the turnarounds at the end of this lesson. Okay, I hope to see you in the comments. I'm always happy to read your feedback, and I'll see you in the next lesson.